access, as well as giving a high standard of prevention, treatment, care, and support. So now, to achieve this goal, both NAS and Action Aids need great partnerships. And in this partnership, we need societies like Matapola, Santayala, as well as Gamnas and many others. So today, we are here witnessing handing over of 2 vehicles to these 2 cities. And you know the importance of vehicles.
Almamo Barrow hailed the organizations for their commitment to the prevention of HIV/AIDS in the Gambia, which he said cannot be done without effective mobility. He further tasked beneficiaries to take full advantage of the opportunities provided to them.
I would like to remind all of us that we as a country, the Gambia, we have committed ourselves to reverse the prevalence of HIV/AIDS infection from 2.8% to 2% by 2014. And this we intend to do through the provision of comprehensive HIV/AIDS prevention, treatment, care, and support throughout the country under the Round 8 HIV/AIDS grant.
Lamin Sise, coordinator and president of the Santayala Support Society, thanked the donors and assured them that the vehicles would be used for their intended purpose. For Grts News, I am Esther Mane.
The Ministry of Health in October 2012 launched the Maternal Health Improvement Project in the Upper River region, and after some months, the project piloted in Basse Health Center is credited for significant achievements, including its role in helping women with delivery complications. Ibrahim Ajata takes a look at the Maternal Health Improvement Project.
The Maternal Health Improvement Project is supported by Taiwan. Implemented by the Gambia government, the scheme building capacities of midwives, nurses, and traditional birth attendants goes further to equip health facilities in its quest to reduce infant and maternal mortality in the Upper River region. The country coordinator of the project, an officer in charge of the health center, explained that over 20 nurses, midwives, and traditional birth attendants were trained, and more capacity building programs are in the pipeline. For a region still experiencing home delivery, as Baji outlined, training traditional birth attendants will help significantly in the fight against maternal mortality. The health center, according to Baji, delivers a minimum of 200 women every month. Ole Luka, a senior midwife on duty at the time of the visit, stated that the training will have immense impact in allaying the complications faced during births. Ole, who is about to be trained in the program, is optimistic that the scheme will greatly help to reduce infant and maternal deaths.
Problems are many. Sometimes we have respiratory labor, just like breech, presentation, transverse, and all sort of problems.
And these are common here?
Yeah, they are common here. But in this maternity program, we have a theater room where we can take them to save the mother and the child.
The health center's only theater room is also helping in delivery situations, and according to the clinic's head, the theater room has successfully conducted 43 cases from May to October 2012.
When we detect complications, they should be taken care of in the theater, like the obstetric labels. If a woman has a transverse line, there's no way that person can deliver normally, so he has to do cesarean section. So theater should be very, very functional, so that we can reduce maternal mortality.
Now, despite these achievements, the health center is operating with only one key one surgeon who leaves the center without a medical doctor when he goes on a break. Ibrahim Ajata, Grts.
St. Matthew's Nursery and Lower Basic Schools in Barra, North Bank region have benefited from a check for $100,000 from Christian Humanitarian Helpers Association. The funds are earmarked for the construction of a classroom. Fatu Jassi has more.
The Christian Humanitarian Helpers Association made their first mark in the Gambia as donors back in 1999 and has since established strong ties with schools and communities in the North Bank region. St. Matthew's Nursery and Primary School in Barra started benefiting from the financial aid of the German-based school in 2005. According to Mr. Ingo, the head of the philanthropist group, it took only 6 weeks for them to raise the money for the building, which he said was in fulfillment of a promise he made back in December to the school authorities and students alike.
The money for the school, for the new school classes already is in the account in Germany. Only takes 6 weeks to get all the money directly, and will come to you to build the new school classes here. But it's not me who make this. I'm only a small worker. A lot of people say to me, trouble man, main man, bad man.
In addition to building a school, the philanthropist group also conducted a week-long free dental care treatment for all students of the school. Mr. Ingo promised that the dental care would continue and expressed hope that it will someday grow into a medical center for the community. This donation is not the first of its kind. The group made previous donations of a similar amount to the community to construct a borehole and conduct periodic feeding programs in 2 of the community-based schools.
A few years ago, we wrote the project for the school building. Nobody came to our aid. We went the whole of Gambia. Sister Halis Amut, Sister Harar. But this group, Christian Humanitarian Helpers Association, they talk and they do.
As they laid the foundation block for the new building, school authorities thanked the group for their timely intervention, noting the difficulties encountered to obtain funding for the institution.
Don't let nobody turn in her. Just give us the everything. I don't want to be a drunkard. Ask me the reason why. I'm afraid the love will color me, and I want to ready to go.
For Grts News, I am Fatou Jassi.
Well, we're going to take a very short break now. The news continues in just a moment. Welcome to GRTS News. 19 Congolese rebels are being held in a South African jail after their indictment for plotting to overthrow the Joseph Kabila government. And the United Nations is studying a proposal on the formation of a peacekeeping mission in Mali after the withdrawal of French forces. These and other stories in this African News Roundup.
The Pretoria Central Prison, where 19 Congolese rebels are being held after being indicted for plotting to stage a coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Arrested at the beginning of the week, they stood trial Thursday at the Pretoria Regional Court. The case is serious, said the judge, postponing the hearing to February 14th. The accused are suspected of belonging to a rebel group that tried to overthrow Joseph Kabila. Numerous Congolese nationals demonstrated at the South African capital in support of the accused and denounced Kinshasa. The United Nations started Wednesday to study the formation of a peacekeeping force in Mali, a force which will take over at the end of the French military operation and could possibly stay in Mali for years. The proposal was made by Paris and there were no objections, affirmed Gérard Araud, the French ambassador to the United Nations, at the end of the closed-door discussions by the Security Council. The progress made was small but significant, and the negotiations have been laborious for a month now. The government of the Democratic Republic of Congo and the M23 rebel movement stood Wednesday in Kampala an assessment of the peace accord of the 23rd of March 2009. For M23, this accord is the reason why the rebel movement carried out an offensive against Goma, the capital of North Kivu, at the end of 2012. Among the clauses that the rebels want implemented are the integration of former rebels into the army, and particularly their grades.
Hundreds of Egyptians have taken to the streets of the capital, Cairo, demanding an end to sexual violence, including harassment. It comes amidst increased reports of attacks on women protesters. But as we hear in this report by CFI, most of the cases are hardly reported because of stigmatization and the culture impunity.
Hundreds of Egyptians marched through the streets of Cairo to demand an end to sexual violence and harassment. Sexual harassment of women is commonplace, regardless of age, social status, or whether or not they wear a headscarf. This demonstration comes amid increasing reports of such attacks. Demonstrations on January 25th to mark the second anniversary of Egypt's uprising were